Most students don't fail because they're dumb. They fail because nobody ever taught them how to study. So they spend hours staring at books, highlighting pages, rereading notes. And after all that hard work they forget everything a few days later. But what if I told you the way most people study is scientifically wrong? Imagine two students. The first student studies 8 hours a day. The second studies only 2 hours. But somehow the second student scores higher marks. Why? Because studying longer doesn't always mean learning better. In fact, psychology says your brain learns more from active struggle than passive reading. Here's the first mistake almost every student makes. Rereading. You read the same page again and again and your brain creates a dangerous illusion. Because the information feels familiar you think you understand it. But familiarity is not memory. The moment the exam starts your brain suddenly goes blank. So what actually works? A technique called active recall. Instead of rereading notes, close the book and force your brain to remember the answer by itself. It feels harder, sometimes frustrating, but that struggle is exactly what strengthens memory. Think about it like the gym. Lifting light weights feels easy, but easy doesn't build muscle. Your brain works the same way. The harder your brain works to retrieve information, the stronger the memory becomes. The second secret is something called spaced repetition. Most students study one topic for 5 hours straight, then never review it again. And after a week 80% is forgotten. But when you review information at small intervals, 1 day later, 3 days later, 1 week later, your brain starts treating it as important. And here's something shocking. Your brain remembers information better when learning sessions are shorter. That's why studying for 25 focused minutes with 0 distractions can be more powerful than 5 distracted hours. Another huge mistake students make is studying while watching videos, checking notifications, or listening to loud music. Every distraction forces your brain to restart focus again. And psychologists discovered something scary. After a distraction, your brain can take several minutes just to fully focus again. So if you truly want to study smarter, remember these 4 rules. 1. Stop rereading, use active recall. 2. Revise using spaced repetition. 3. Study in focused short sessions. 4. Remove distractions completely. Because in the end, success in studies isn't about who studies the longest. It's about who understands how the brain actually learns. And maybe the reason you struggled for so long was never because you were incapable. Maybe nobody ever taught you the correct way to study. Don't forget, like and subscribe.